This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives. It comes from the largest dinosaurs on the planet.
Oh my God.
Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place. Can you be ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less?
He's your guy?
We're the best at moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
Move up towards Barbados, avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore.
Why's that?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
We need DNA from the 3 biggest dinosaurs. Do we have to get a sample from an egg? I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're flying
It's
carnivores.
Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman, come to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman. And last night, worst kept secret ever, I went and I saw as one of the mystery movies over at the movie theater. You know how they have those mystery Monday movies? Well, it was leaked online over the weekend that the mystery movie was going to be Jurassic Park Rebirth. And, well, it was Jurassic Park Rebirth. And let me just say that I think Universal, who has been feeling fears about this movie, in a last-minute push to get word of mouth going before it opens up wide during the first week of July. They went ahead and they leaked that this was going to be the mystery movie. Well, remember our rating scale. Shaka thumbs up. It's good. I like it. It's good to see. Shaka thumbs down. It's junk. I don't like it. You know, feel free to skip it or just watch it streaming. And for Jurassic Park Rebirth, it is overall a Shaka thumbs down. Now, what can I say about this? Honestly, I was not going to go ahead and see this movie, right away when it came out. I am much more interested in Fantastic Four, much more interested in Superman. Heck, I'm even more interested in Megan starting this Friday than I am Jurassic World Rebirth. And that is entirely due to the fact that the last movie with Chris Pratt was so bad, with cockroaches, or I'm sorry, not cockroaches, but locusts being the main focus of the movie, starving humanity to death, when it's like it was teased at the end of the second movie that Jurassic Park Dominion, dinosaurs are all over the world now, interacting with people, in civilian areas, cities, etc. And we were very much looking for, say, like a War of the Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs, the military taking on dinosaurs. We see like planes going up against, maybe pterodactyls, tanks up against, triceratops or Tyrannosaurus Rexes, etc., as they're blasting through the city to try to clear them out, or, they're attacking some, apartment buildings or something. We got to save the people, the National Guard coming in, kind of a light Godzilla kind of movie. That's, I feel, is what the people wanted. That's what was teased, that we were finally going to get that. We got that in a little bit of the trailer in that, what was that online, that 15-minute short movie about the campers, camping at Yosemite or something, and then their campsite is overran, their RV park overran by dinosaurs, and, it's terrifying. Of course, the major question was why would you take your kids camping in the wilderness when vicious dinosaurs, even if there are some, the majority are plant eaters, you could get stepped on or or whatever by dinosaurs. Why would you take your kids out there to in this potentially hazardous situation? People don't take their kids to go camp out in the Serengeti, with lions roaming around. I mean, unless you live there and the, the places and such, that's not normally the thing to do. So why you do it with dinosaurs running around, I have no idea. And maybe that's what they were afraid of, Universal, because in this movie, they really tone it back. I know Universal was looking forward to rebooting this franchise, get it back to, even though the last few made $1 billion, I think that last movie, Jurassic World Dominion, left such a bad taste in people's mouth that they were really afraid of Jurassic World Rebirth doing so poorly that, one, they released it in this mystery movie to try to get word of mouth going. Unfortunately, they're getting the negative word of mouth for me with the Shaka thumbs down. But, because they just totally wimp out on it. You never get, the teased promise of humanity versus the dinosaurs, that we're going to see like military action against these dinosaurs, or the military using these dinosaurs, etc. That the whole Chris Pratt thing was built around with the raptors. Here, we find out right away it's been like 15 years or 5 years after the last movie. All the dinosaurs in the world that are in popularized or, civilized areas, populated areas, are dying because of, pollution, essentially. They can't survive where the humans are barely surviving because of global warming and all that stuff. They say it's the wrong plants, the wrong insects, etc. So the dinosaurs can't survive on that. But there are isolated pockets like islands in the Mediterranean where they can survive because it's more like the climate that they're used to millions of years ago. So right there, they can completely reboot and say, okay, yeah, dinosaurs were around, but now there's just a few. Yeah, and you see one like dying on the freeway, blocking traffic, and everybody's upset. Oh, those darn dinosaurs blocking traffic again. Ugh. That's the most interaction with the public that we get with dinosaurs. But it's like, okay, fine. Based on the trailers, we're going to get this elite military mercenary group going to some dinosaur-filled island, very much like a Jurassic Park 2, to get some kind of cure for some medical breakthrough that we find out is for heart disease, because they got to find the largest dinosaurs with the largest hearts to clear up the coronary problems throughout the world, essentially. But what we find out is that, of course, the corporation just wants to exploit this for their own benefit and get millions of dollars, as any pharmaceutical company probably would. But the scientist in it, his whole rationale between this is he has this love for dinosaurs, sorry to see that they're dying out, and he decides to go against the corporation and try to use this and, basically make sure that this cure is not patented, so that anybody can use this cure for heart disease throughout the world. So that's essentially that. And so in it, we got Scarlett Johansson, the head of this mercenary team, Mashallah Ali, one of her friends, mercenaries, leader of the boat that's going to take him to the island. The scientist is Jonathan Bailey. And Ed Sheeran is the evil corporate guy. That turns out to be very much the evil corporate guy. There's very few twists and turns in this movie that we hadn't seen before. Universal decides to play it very safe. Scarlett Johansson's character is the hardened mercenary, just out for money, but because her loved one had died in a car bombing in somewhere in the world, she's still feeling that, and she is feeling vulnerable emotionally. So this, the scientist she finds charming and cute. They naturally fall in love. What? And of course, she decides to side with him for getting the cure to the public instead of just the greed of the corporations or her own greed, because she's offered tens of millions of dollars to do this. And she never discusses it with Mashallah Ali, who actually loses his boat and everything, and his entire crew during this. Universal decides to play it so safe, they get Manuel Gonzalez Ruffalo, an actor that is a Pedro Pascal lookalike so much for this family. And yes, there's a family. There's two teenagers, the father, played by this Pedro Pascal lookalike guy, and a little girl that they slide into this movie, which was not in the initial trailers. They've started doing a little bit of marketing, but it's like no idea that these guys are on the island or get caught up in all this craziness with the dinosaurs. And spoilers, spoilers, Universal again backs down from giving this movie any teeth, especially with dinosaurs, and killing any of those kids, which some deserve to die, but yet the highly trained mercenaries, they bite it terribly. Everyone who's not getting millions of dollars for this movie, say like Mashallah Ali, Scarlett Johansson, heck, not even the scientist, Jonathan Bailey gets it. But of course, the evil corporate head guy, Ed Sheeran, gets killed right away. So, well, not right away, but he gets his comeuppance in the end. I think it would have been more ballsy for Universal to have killed off one of the kids. There were plenty of opportunities for it. Killed off one of the major stars. Scarlett Johansson could have went out in a blazing scream of glory, defending one of the kids or something, or the family, or getting them off the island, etc. Instead of what we got, which was just paint by numbers, kind of what we've seen before. Because even in Dominion, none of the main cast gets killed. I think that would have been a big push. I don't know if they want to use these guys again for a next movie. I don't see a big next movie coming. I don't know if this movie will make $1 billion. I think people will be let down by it. There was a lot of cheering when they found out, in my audience, when they found out that this was the mystery movie. And there was some clapping at the end. But I think overall, the majority of the movie-going audience will be disappointed. There's not even that many shots of the dinosaurs in it. It's pretty paint by numbers. If you've seen all the other Jurassic Park movies, Jurassic World movies, you're not missing anything, just waiting for this one to go streaming. So again, I say it's a Shaka thumbs down for sure, and completely skippable at the theater. Especially with much better fare out, such as Superman coming and Fantastic Four. And like I said, this is coming out a week after Megan 2.0, which looks incredible. So it's got a lot of competition behind it. All right. So mahalo and aloha.